Y&R recap. 2 May 6. Diane breaks down in Jack's arms. Tessa presses Sharon for the truth, and Kyle and Claire eye Adam's old apartment. Today's recap of Young and the Restless airs in the USA on Tuesday, May 6, 2025, and is available 1 day earlier in Canada. We post our Y&R recaps every weekday. Nick and Victoria meet to catch up. Victoria mentions that Cole is isolating at the club until his test results come back. She doesn't like that even though Cole returned, they're still apart. Nick shares that London was great, but it is clear Noah won't be coming home anytime soon. He misses his son but is proud of him. Victoria inquires about Sharon. Nick praises Sharon's impressive qualities. Victoria predicts that Nick and Sharon will get back together. Nick questions why Victoria is meddling in his personal life. Victoria reflects on how many times their hands brushed against each other in London. Nick surprises Victoria by revealing that he and Sharon have remarried. Victoria thinks her brother has lost his mind. Nick insists they have known each other forever and wants her to be happy for him. Victoria realizes he is joking and expresses her dislike for his pranks. Nick knows how gullible she can be. Victoria dislikes the idea of Nick being single. Nick reassures her that he has a fulfilling life. Victoria tells Nick that Claire wants to move in with Kyle. Nick realizes their father will not be pleased with this news. He agrees to keep it quiet, but reminds Victoria that their father has a knack for finding things out. He suggests she hope for the best while preparing for the worst. Victoria is frustrated by his lack of optimism. Sharon feels nervous when she realizes Tessa is working a shift. Tessa is eager to hear all about Sharon's trip. Sharon offers to send her some pictures. Tessa senses that Sharon is avoiding her. They sit down, and Sharon insists she is not trying to avoid her. Tessa comments that Mariah certainly is avoiding her. Sharon suggests Mariah might be tired or overwhelmed with work. Tessa loves Mariah and can read her well. She knows something is bothering her and wonders what she might have done to cause Mariah to distance herself. Sharon reassures Tessa that she has done nothing wrong. Tessa tells Sharon it sounds like she knows exactly what is on Mariah's mind. Sharon recalls Maria's history of painful experiences. Tessa regrets being naive about Ian and hopes Maria is not reliving that trauma. Sharon encourages Tessa to focus on what she can control. Tessa feels either she is to blame or something happened on Maria's work trip that Maria is afraid to share. She pleads with Sharon for help. Sharon promises that Maria did not mention anything specific. Tessa is willing to do anything to help her through this. Daniel arrives for guitar practice. Sharon seizes the opportunity to leave quickly. Tessa asks Daniel if he noticed how quickly Sharon left. Daniel replies that she is always that way with him. Tessa understands his point. They decide to go to the park to practice. Jack surprises Diane with an elaborate breakfast. He apologizes for ever doubting her vision. Diane is thrilled with his surprise. Jack continues to rave about how stunning the place looks. Diane mentions that Billy is not thrilled with the changes. Jack observes that John is clearly still present in every corner of the house. Diane worries whether Billy's issue lies with the house or with her. Jack shares that Ashley and Tracy were impressed by the pictures he sent them. Diane believes that if someone else had made the changes, Billy might have reacted differently. Jack reminds her that Billy has spent the least time there and believes he will appreciate the changes over time. He wonders if something deeper is troubling her. Diane expresses that she does not just want to feel like family, she wants to be family. She longs to be automatically included, having never experienced a family like theirs, which she knows is rare. Jack comforts his sobbing wife. Diane thanks Jack for being who he is. Adam arrives to meet Claire and Kyle. Adam assumes they need him as an ally to convince Victor about their relationship. Adam knows Victor will unleash his wrath if they decide to move in together. Claire hopes that Adam can show his support for their relationship to Victor by giving them a deal. Adam is incredulous that they want a deal and for him to take the heat from his father. He questions whether they truly believe they can change his mind. Adam challenges Kyle about allowing Claire to hold onto false hope. Kyle asserts that Claire is her own person. Claire reminds them that Victor has been known to change his mind. Adam offers to show them the apartment. Kyle and Claire enter. Claire compliments Diane on the wonderful job she did with the house. Kyle and Claire just visited Adam's apartment and loved it. Diane can see their excitement. Jack and Kyle leave for the office. Alone, Diane tells Claire she senses uncertainty about the move. Claire admits she loves Kyle and wants this new adventure, but she is concerned about Victor. Diane acknowledges that Victor is always a concern. Claire wants to enjoy this new chapter but feels she cannot. Diane advises her not to confront Victor unless she is fully prepared. Tessa and Daniel practice in the sunshine. Daniel admits that learning the guitar helped him tune out the world. Tessa is happy for him. Daniel notices that Tessa looks sad. Tessa quickly changes the subject back to Daniel. Daniel reminds her that he is well-versed in sadness and offers to listen. Tessa confides that Maria is hiding something from her, and she fears it may be something serious. Sharon approaches Nick and Victoria at Crimson Lights, asking if she can speak with Nick privately. Victoria wonders if something happened on the trip that Sharon needs to discuss with Nick. Sharon assures her that the trip was perfect. Victoria steps away to allow them to talk. Sharon tells Nick that Maria did something wrong on her trip. Nick asks for details. Sharon explains that Maria won't share specifics, but she has a good idea of what it is. She is worried about the life Maria has built. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless recap for Tuesday, May 6, reveals that Nick Newman's marriage confession will stun Victoria Newman while Sharon Newman gets grilled about what's going on with Mariah Copeland. At Society, Sharon will show up for a takeout order and seem like she's trying to avoid Tessa Porter, who will bring up Mariah and her weird behavior lately. When Tessa wonders if she did something wrong, Sharon will spark more questions with her certainty that Tessa didn't. Tessa will realize Mariah may have confided in Sharon, but Sharon will insist Mariah didn't tell her anything specific. In the end, Tessa will worry that either she's to blame or something happened on Mariah's business trip. Once Daniel Romalotti Jr. arrives for his guitar lesson, Sharon will take off in a hurry. Tessa will head to the park with Daniel, who'll notice she seems sad and will push her to open up. That'll lead to Tessa's admission that Maria seems to be hiding something from her, and she'll fear it's something bad. At Crimson Lights, Victoria will give Nick updates on Cole Howard being in self-isolation while they wait for test results on his medical condition. After Nick shares some complimentary words about Sharon following their London trip, Victoria will be convinced they're getting back together. Nick will eventually fake Victoria out by claiming he married Sharon while they were away. Victoria will reel over Nick and Sharon's elopement until she realizes her brother is just messing with her. Once Sharon pops up on Tuesday's I and R episode, she'll speak with Nick privately about Mariah's secret and make some worried predictions. Although Maria didn't tell Sharon exactly what she did on her business trip, Sharon will have a pretty good idea and will worry about what's going to happen to the life Mariah's built for herself. At the GCAC, Adam Newman will show up for a meeting with Claire Newman before realizing Kyle Abbott is going to be part of this meeting as well. Adam will assume Kyle and Claire want him as an ally against Victor Newman, but they'll explain they want a deal on his old apartment. That said, Claire will be hopeful that if they do reach an agreement, it might help Victor come around on their relationship. Adam won't be willing to poke the bear and help them stand up to Victor, but he'll still be willing to strike an apartment deal. Kyle and Claire will end up going back to Adam's old place off-screen to check it out. At the Abbott mansion, Jack Abbott will surprise Diane Jenkins Abbott with breakfast in the dining room and apologize for doubting her about the renovations. Diane will bring up Billy Abbott's belief that she erased John Abbott from the Abbott house, but Jack will think Billy just likes to be an outlier. However, Diane will worry that maybe Billy would have liked the changes if someone else had been behind them. After Diane reflects on wanting to be accepted as a real Abbott, she'll break down in tears since she didn't get that from her own family. Once Jack comforts Diane, Kyle and Claire will arrive with news about possibly buying Adam's old condo. Diane will sense that Claire's struggling with some doubts about moving in with Kyle and will corner her alone. Claire will still feel certain about this new adventure with Kyle, but she won't know how to live her own life and get Victor to trust her decisions. Diane will warn Claire not to make a move like this and take on Victor unless she's absolutely ready. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that the show seems to be gearing up for a funeral, cheating horror, and the party of the century. There are 3 things on the way that Y and R fans can't miss, so let's talk about what's in store. For starters, everything about Cole Howard's storyline feels like it's marching him toward an untimely end. Cole's cough seems quite serious, so his upcoming test results could kick off a grim final chapter. If Cole's about to face a fatal outcome, then Y and R may milk the drama for all it's worth and give him an emotional funeral. Victoria Newman and Claire Newman's grief may take center stage as they mourn this difficult loss. The show can explore what life looks like for Claire and Victoria in the aftermath if Cole's time is almost up. 2. Cheating horror changes everything next. Some cheating horror is about to rock a previously stable marriage and change everything for one couple on canvas. The writing's on the wall when it comes to Maria Copeland and the appalling secret she's keeping from Tessa Porter. All signs point to Maria's infidelity, so she presumably cheated with someone else on her business trip. There's a good chance Maria's going to confess her betrayal at some point and send Tessa into a furious, heartbroken tailspin. This isn't the first time Maria has cheated on Tessa, so will their relationship survive another crushing blow? Daniel Romalotti Jr. will be there to support Tessa once her marriage gets derailed, but questions remain about exactly what that support will look like and what lines might get crossed. We should also talk about the party of the century since the Newmans will throw an exciting birthday bash for Nikki Newman. This shindig should begin around the end of May as Victor Newman and the rest of Nikki's loved ones pull out all the stops to make it an event to remember. Of course, this could be the ideal time for some blow-ups, especially if Claire Newman figures out Victor Newman's full plan with Audra Charles by then. There could also be some big reveals related to other storylines, especially if Aristotle Dumas takes this opportunity to crash the party and reveal his true identity to all of Genoa City. Victor will make some positive predictions ahead of this bash, but it could turn into a total disaster as many soap parties tend to do. Summer has officially bid farewell to the Young and the Restless. Allison Lanier, who's been playing the role for the past 3 years, made her final appearance on May 2nd. Lanier's exit was a sad moment for everyone, including her on-screen mom, Michelle Stafford. Last week, Lanier shocked the soap world by announcing her exit from Y and R. The actress took over the role of Summer in 2022, replacing Hunter King. Although she had big shoes to fill, she won over the audience, who loved her version of Summer. However, on Friday, May 2nd, fans watched Lanier's final appearance in which Summer departed for Italy. It was a bittersweet moment as Summer said goodbye to her family before leaving Genoa City. Following Lanier's final episode, her co-star and on-screen mother, Stafford, posted a sweet tribute on Instagram. Stafford shared a series of photos of her and Lanier behind the scenes and as their characters, Summer and Phyllis. "This girl, what can I say about you? You walked into this role and immediately made it your own," Stafford wrote. "The only unfortunate thing is most of the time, and in particular during the first year and a half, our characters were at odds. Lots of fighting on screen, but man, you jumped in and killed every single day." Stafford went on to say, "You are an extraordinary actress. What a pleasure for me to work with you. Truly a pleasure. You are a consummate professional. I have no doubt we will be seeing you on the screen sooner than later. I completely believe in you. Thank you for inhabiting the character so thoroughly. I truly felt like I had a real daughter in you. Go out there and soar, you gorgeous girl. I absolutely 100% know you will. Thank you for the pleasure, Alison Lanier." The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Alison Lanier is out as Summer Newman. Summer has also just learned that not only Chelsea Lawson about to leave Marchetti for another job, but Sally Spectra is planning to do the same. Will Summer move to another division of the company to work, or will she be recast and stay in Genoa City? Summer still has a thing for her ex-husband, even though he is dating her cousin, Claire Newman. Kyle Abbott has asked Claire to move in with him. Harrison Abbott adores Claire and will be fine with the two of them. Of course, Summer will want her time too, no matter where she is living. If Summer cannot break up Kyle and Claire, she may leave town to build a new life for herself. Summer may not be able to stand around and see her family moving on without her. Will Summer leave Genoa City for a while until things calm down? Will Marchetti be transferred completely to another site? Summer may attempt to rehire her mother to work at Marchetti with her. Phyllis Summers has worked there before and should be able to handle at least some of the responsibilities that Chelsea and Sally have been handling. If Summer is recast, she is certainly going to need some help running the Marchetti division. Unfortunately, it seems that Phyllis may be on a fast track to a mental institution, considering the trouble she is having right now. Phyllis may not be physically able to help run anything if she cannot get control of her emotions. Now that Sharon Newman is home, perhaps Phyllis can confide in her since they have gotten so much closer. Can Sharon help Phyllis to deal with her PTSD? Summer is very important to the current storyline of Claire and Kyle. After all, Victor is trying to use her to break these two up. Summer is willing to do whatever it takes to break up Claire and Kyle, just like her grandfather asked. Is Kyle and Claire love for each other strong enough to withstand both Summer and Audra Charles? Whatever the case, Summer is a huge part of the Newman family and won't be gone for long. Chances are a recast is coming even if she does leave town for a few weeks first. Allison will certainly be missed in the role, but as they say, the show must go on. There has been no official word of a recast yet, so keep checking for updates. Come here for all things I and R check back, often for The Young and the Restless news, spoilers, and updates. The Young and the Restless may look seamless on screen, but what happens behind the scenes is anything but easy. Recently, fan-favorite actress Melissa Claire Egan gave her followers a raw glimpse into a hectic day on set. Known for playing Chelsea, Melissa took fans on a journey through a long and grueling filming schedule that included not one, not two, but 3 full episodes in a single day. Soap operas like The Young and The Restless air 5 days a week, which means cast and crew work under tight deadlines. On one particular day, Melissa revealed she had a whopping 51 pages of script to get through. She shared this via her Instagram story, showing up at the studio early in the morning, coffee in one hand and script in the other. "I'm shooting 3 episodes today. 3, and I counted 51 pages. Wish me luck," she told fans. Her focused tone and early start showed just how demanding the day was going to be. Several hours into her workday, a glammed up Melissa returned to Instagram to update her followers. Though she looked polished, her tone carried a mix of excitement and exhaustion. She credited her co-star Lizzie Hendrickson for the idea to document the day, saying, "Lizzie Hendrickson told me I should be documenting this day because it's so insane." Melissa had just wrapped her first episode alongside soap legend Eric Braeden and was already gearing up for the next one. "Now I'm going to run lines with Mel, the legend," she added, referring to Melody Thomas Scott. There was no slowing down. Episode 2 was waiting. Melissa didn't miss a beat as she transitioned between episodes. In her next update, she appeared in a new outfit, ready for episode 2. Okay, 2 episodes down. Quick change. 1 to go. We're doing it, she said with a burst of energy. It was clear she was running on adrenaline and pure commitment. These quick transitions and long script memorization sessions are routine in the world of daytime drama. While viewers see smooth scenes on television, performers like Ekin juggle back-to-back costume changes, emotional shifts, and endless rehearsals, often without missing a beat. After powering through hours of filming, Melissa shared one last post. The photo showed her collapsed face down on the Society set's couch. "That's a wrap," she wrote in the caption. That one image captured everything: exhaustion, relief, and accomplishment. It was the perfect closing snapshot for a day defined by intensity and determination. What Melissa's behind-the-scenes look revealed is how demanding life can be on the set of The Young and the Restless. Shooting 3 full episodes in a single day is not for the faint of heart. These moments highlighted how much time, energy, and teamwork go into creating the daily drama fans love. Every scene takes planning, every performance takes preparation, and the pace is relentless. Melissa's experience is a reminder of the effort and heart that the cast puts into the show. Whether it's memorizing dozens of lines or delivering emotional performances across multiple episodes, the actors give it their all. This dedication is what keeps viewers coming back. It's not just a job, it's a lifestyle that demands full commitment. Melissa Claire Eakin's chaotic day offers a new appreciation for what goes into every episode of The Young and the Restless. While fans enjoy the high-stakes drama on screen, there's even more happening behind the camera. These actors work tirelessly to bring the stories to life, and they do it 5 days a week. For more exclusive celebrity stories and behind-the-scenes action from your favorite soap stars, stick with Soap Opera Daily. Don't forget to like, share, and spread the soap love. During a seemingly carefree family vacation to London, deep-seated emotions and hidden truths emerged, leaving the Newman family grappling with unresolved pasts and uncertain futures. What began as a lighthearted getaway turned into an emotional turning point, especially for Nick Newman and his complex relationship with Sharon. Victoria Newman's perceptive nature allowed her to see through the casual jokes and charming facade her brother presented. When Nick nonchalantly mentioned that he and Sharon had remarried at Buckingham Palace, it was intended as a joke. However, Victoria didn't laugh. Instead, she recognized the emotional weight behind the words, interpreting them not as humor, but as a subconscious confession. Throughout the trip, Victoria observed subtle shifts in Nick's behavior. His playful demeanor masked deeper feelings he hadn't fully confronted. Her comment that he was afraid of being alone and kept running back to Sharon hit him harder than expected, exposing emotional vulnerabilities he had long tried to suppress. What seemed like a jest became a mirror reflecting Nick's inner conflict. Nick and Sharon's bond has always been more than co-parenting or past romance. It is a connection marked by shared history, emotional scars, and unspoken attachment. Despite having pursued other relationships, their emotional tie remains intact. Victoria, having known Nick intimately throughout his life, saw this clearly, even when Nick did not. Sharon, too, was navigating her own emotional journey. The trip to London offered her a reprieve from trauma, including wrongful accusations and mental health struggles. While she hoped to reconnect with her family and heal, being in close proximity to Nick reignited unresolved feelings. Although grateful for the peace the trip offered, Sharon was forced to confront the contradictions in her long-standing connection with Nick. Victoria's insight proved crucial. She recognized that Nick's joke about remarriage was not simply a moment of levity, but an expression of internal turmoil. Beneath his smile was a man struggling with love, regret, and the fear of being alone. Her reaction brought this reality to the forefront, challenging Nick to acknowledge emotions he had long buried. As the vacation drew to a close, questions lingered. Could Nick and Sharon truly rebuild what they once had? Was their bond destined to endure, or were they doomed to repeat past mistakes? The family had come together in London, but emotional distance still separated them. In the end, the trip was not just about sightseeing and relaxation. It became a pivotal moment, a reckoning for Nick, Sharon, and Victoria. While the future remains uncertain, one truth is clear: some emotional ties, no matter how complicated, are never truly broken. The ongoing tension at the Abbott mansion has escalated beyond interior design, evolving into a full-blown family crisis in the young and the restless. Diane Jenkins Abbott's ambitious renovation project, once intended to blend modern style with the Abbott family's traditions, has ignited a fierce conflict with Billy Abbott, turning the mansion into ground zero for a deeper power struggle. Diane's vision for the home, crafted with care to honor the past while modernizing the future, is met with scorn by Billy, who likens the changes to a funeral home. His harsh criticism not only insults Diane, but also triggers a personal reckoning, as she begins to question her place within the Abbott family. Diane's emotional investment in the project was meant to symbolize her integration into the family, yet Billy's rejection leaves her feeling alienated and under siege. The confrontation intensifies when Billy uncovers and exposes dark secrets from Diane's past, alleging manipulation and betrayal that cast doubt on her motives. As these revelations surface, Jack Abbott finds himself torn between loyalty to his wife and his brother. The weight of Billy's accusations places Jack in a moral and emotional quandary, forcing him to choose sides. Billy, a staunch defender of family traditions, sees Diane's influence as a threat to the Abbott legacy. He cannot tolerate what he perceives as the dismantling of their heritage, and is unwilling to stand by silently. Jack, however, remains resolute in his support for Diane, issuing a firm ultimatum to Billy: accept Diane or face estrangement from the family. This internal battle signals a shift in the family's dynamics. Jack, who has typically been the family's mediator, now prioritizes Diane's emotional well-being over maintaining harmony. His unwavering stance against Billy marks a significant departure from his usual role and intensifies the fracture between the brothers. Meanwhile, Diane must navigate not only her crumbling relationship with Billy, but also the growing risk to her marriage. The renovation has become more than a physical transformation. It is a battleground for acceptance, respect, and influence within the family. Each decision she and Jack make could either solidify her place in the Abbott household or deepen the division. The stakes rise as Kyle Abbott, Jack's son, enters the fray in full support of the renovation and his mother's vision. Kyle views the project as a step toward progress and modernization, further widening the generational divide. His endorsement, paired with his desire to welcome new people like Claire Grace into the home, underscores the evolving values of the younger Abbotts. This widening rift is further complicated by the return of Tracy Abbott, whose emotional ties to the mansion and its legacy could sway the family toward preserving tradition or embracing change. Her stance will likely influence the direction of this familial crisis. Ultimately, the Abbott mansion renovation has come to symbolize a broader ideological battle within the family. It pits tradition against transformation, loyalty against betrayal, and legacy against progress. Billy's refusal to yield reflects his deep-seated belief in the sanctity of the family's history, while Diane's efforts represent a bid to redefine her place through resilience and reinvention. As the Abbott family stands at a crossroads, their choices will shape not only the physical future of their home, but the emotional and relational framework of their legacy. Whether reconciliation is possible or a permanent rift forms, one truth remains: the Abbott family will never be the same. A recent storyline on The Young and the Restless has stirred significant speculation among viewers. centering on Maria Copeland's emotional return from a business trip and the cryptic aftermath. Maria, portrayed by Cameron Grimes, appears deeply distressed, confiding in Sharon about an event so severe she refuses to let Tessa know. Her cryptic reference to Ian Ward, a manipulative cult leader, suggests that the incident carries more weight than a simple romantic misstep. The prevailing theory among fans points toward a one-night stand that Maria regrets. She reportedly blacked out during a night of drinking, and the vague details she shared hint at a mistake that may have lasting consequences. Given the genre's history, the possibility of an unexpected pregnancy has become a major point of discussion. Supporting this speculation is the narrative direction the show has taken, emphasizing secrecy, emotional turmoil, and Maria's visible guilt. As she and Tessa begin to re-engage in conversations about expanding their family, the timing raises further questions. If Maria is pregnant, and if the child is not Tessa's, the ramifications could significantly alter their relationship dynamic. Adding complexity is the mention of Aristotle Dumas, a character who has operated largely in the shadows of Genoa City. Though little is known about him, there is growing fan speculation that he may be connected to Maria's mystery incident. If Aristotle is indeed the father of Maria's potential child, this would tie him directly into the show's central emotional conflicts, linking him to a core couple and elevating his role from a peripheral figure to a major player. Tessa and Maria have faced numerous trials together, from Maria's kidnapping to their adoption journey. This potential betrayal and its fallout could challenge the strength of their bond like never before. The storyline is poised to explore deeper themes of trust, forgiveness, and the future of family. If the baby plot unfolds as fans suspect, the audience may be split. Some viewers might see Maria's actions as forgivable in light of her distress, while others could interpret it as an irreparable breach. Regardless, the storyline promises to deliver a dramatic impact that could redefine relationships on the show. In the latest developments on The Young and the Restless, the intricate dynamics within the Newman family take center stage as shocking secrets unravel, testing relationships and altering futures. Victoria Newman is left reeling after her brother Nick reveals a deeply buried secret about her romantic partner, Cole. Previously unaware of Cole's complex past, Victoria discovers that he was once married and fathered a child, information he deliberately kept from her. The revelation forces Victoria to reevaluate everything she believed about their relationship, sparking emotional turmoil and distrust. Nick, concerned for his sister's well-being, warns her that continuing the relationship could have serious consequences. His protective stance further strains their already delicate sibling bond, as he urges her to consider whether love is enough to withstand such deception. The weight of Cole's secret takes a toll on Victoria, who begins an investigation into his past. Her growing doubts lead to the realization that Cole intentionally concealed the existence of his child. As she processes this betrayal, Victoria must decide whether she can forgive him or if the relationship is built on a foundation too unstable to endure. Amidst Victoria's emotional upheaval, Nick shares another surprise. He and Sharon have remarried. Their quiet wedding, which included their children Faith and Noah, marks a new chapter for the couple. Although Nick shares the news lightheartedly, Victoria is unsettled by the secrecy and questions how her family continues to make life-altering decisions without transparency. Parallel to Victoria's storyline, Claire finds herself entangled in a revelation of her own. A shocking disclosure surfaces: she has a half-brother. This revelation turns Claire's world upside down, forcing her to confront long-hidden family truths. The news not only alters her self-perception, but also disrupts the dynamic within the Newman family, potentially igniting a fresh wave of familial conflict. Claire's personal life is also in flux as she explores a future with Kyle Abbott. Their relationship faces scrutiny from Victor Newman, who disapproves of the match. Despite opposition, Claire and Kyle proceed with plans to cohabitate, only to be met with cautionary advice from Diane Jenkins, who warns Claire against rushing into commitment without fully considering the implications. As Claire wrestles with her newfound sibling and Victoria copes with Cole's betrayal, the Newman family faces a crossroads. Each revelation brings deeper emotional wounds, forcing the characters to make critical decisions about trust, loyalty, and identity. The core question remains: can Victoria reconcile love with truth? And will Claire embrace her evolving place within the Newman family, or reject the legacy that continues to haunt them? With fractured relationships, exposed secrets, and emotional stakes at their peak, The Young and the Restless delivers another chapter of compelling drama that challenges its characters to confront the truths they fear most. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, May 7, reveal that Victor Newman will make a suspicious move, so Chelsea Lawson will question Adam Newman. Lily Winters will also make a risky deal, so here's what Y and R fans can expect. Now that Chelsea has decided to accept Adam's job offer, she'll be ready to embrace this new challenge at Newman Media. However, Victor will make things complicated right off the bat with a shady request. Considering the timing, Chelsea will suspect that Victor is testing her loyalty. Once Chelsea quizzes Adam about that, he may admit it's a good possibility under the circumstances. If Victor wants Chelsea to support a messy power play against Billy Abbott, or something along those lines, she may suddenly have doubts about this working arrangement. Even so, Adam may assure Chelsea that mixing business with pleasure could be a good thing for them. Perhaps Adam will promise to handle Victor and make more predictions about the benefits of this partnership. Next, Jack Abbott will corner Billy to complain about his recent treatment of Diane Jenkins Abbott. Since Billy was full of negativity following the Abbott renovations reveal, Jack will have a big problem with that. In fact, Jack will push Billy to apologize for being so blunt with his criticism. Billy suggested Diane erased John Abbott and basically ruined the home he remembered, but Jack will think his brother was too harsh. While Jack orders Billy to tell Diane he's sorry, Lily will reconvene with Damian Kane and hope for some Aristotle Dumas updates. Since Lily requested a meeting with Aristotle, Damian will have news from his boss. Before Aristotle will agree to meet with Lily, he'll want to know the reasons why. Aristotle will have questions about Lily's motives and what she's really after here. If Lily wants a chance to quiz Aristotle about his own agenda, then she'll have to offer up a response that'll satisfy him. Lily will ultimately strike a risky deal, but will it really get her the in-person Aristotle meeting she's counting on? The Young and the Restless spoilers say Lily will keep working to protect her family, but some curveballs are coming that'll change the game. As The Young and the Restless gears up for an unforgettable romantic episode, no celebration of love would be complete without highlighting Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott. This couple's journey has been one of the most surprising and captivating arcs in Genoa City, and their relationship will take center stage in this upcoming installment. For Jack and Diane, love hasn't come easy. Their history is filled with betrayal, heartbreak, and long separations. Diane's past actions left Jack and the Abbott family deeply wounded, and for many years, reconciliation seemed impossible. Yet against all odds, Diane found her way back to Genoa City, and more incredibly, back into Jack's heart. Their relationship is a testament to second chances, forgiveness, and the belief that it's never too late to rebuild trust. In the May 21 episode, viewers will witness a tender moment between Jack. Billy Abbott, in particular, has voiced concerns and skepticism about Diane's growing influence over their family home, a place steeped in Abbott tradition and legacy. But despite Billy's criticisms, Jack stands firmly by Diane's side. He recognizes the effort, care, and vision she's poured into the renovations, and he wants her to know just how much he values her contributions. While others may view Diane's changes as overstepping, Jack sees them as a symbol of her commitment to their life together. In a heartfelt gesture, Jack will surprise Diane with a special gift, a token of his appreciation for everything she's done. While the specifics of the gift remain under wraps, it's clear it will carry deep meaning. Perhaps Jack commissions a new portrait of Diane, one that will hang proudly in the Abbott living room and solidify her place as the matriarch of the home. Or maybe it's a portrait of them together, a visual representation of their renewed love and unity. Whatever Jack's surprise entails, it promises to be both thoughtful and symbolic, marking a new chapter in their relationship. Diane, who once longed to be accepted and respected within the Abbott family, will be deeply touched by Jack's support. This gift will serve as more than just a decorative piece. It will be a validation of her role in the Abbott household and in Jack's life. For Diane, it's a powerful moment of affirmation, a sign that she's no longer an outsider looking in, but a cherished partner standing proudly beside Jack. As the couple admires their home and reflects on how far they've come, the episode will also invite viewers to look back on their complicated history, the betrayals, the separations, and the unexpected reunions that brought them to this point. Their story is proof that love can endure even the deepest wounds, and that redemption is possible, even when it seems out of reach. At the same time, the episode will offer a glimpse into the future, teasing romantic predictions and possibilities for Jack and Diane's ongoing journey. Will their love continue to strengthen in the face of family conflicts and lingering doubts? Or will outside forces threaten to unravel the fragile peace they've built? Whatever lies ahead, one thing is certain: Jack and Diane's love story is far from over. Their relationship continues to evolve, challenging perceptions and proving that sometimes love is most powerful when it comes with a second chance.